but we stay focused on investing in housing for Canadians, on stepping up, on more competition to helping grocery prices, and moving forward and creating great jobs and careers for Canadians for decades to come.
Welcome to Moose on Loose. My name's David. Today we're going to be going and taking a look out in the woods here at some homeless encampments. Now I live in Port Alberni in British Columbia, Canada. That's on Vancouver Island. We only have a population of 17,000 people, yet there's still, I know, at least 4 homeless encampments in town. We're going to go down there, we're going to try to meet the people, see what's going on, and what their circumstances were, what pushed them out onto the streets. We all know it's Justin Trudeau bumping up immigration way too high. We don't have houses for people. The people who are the lowest income are the most vulnerable. They get pushed out, sleeping in their vans, sleeping in their cars, or sleeping in tents out in the woods. Now I live in the most temperate, the best climate to live in Canada, and yet it's brutal for people out here sleeping in the woods. So let's go take a look. And briefly, I do want to say this is not in any way to shame the people. I want to give a voice to the people who are out here sleeping in the cold. It bothers me so much that our Prime Minister has done this to us. He can fix it, and he just doesn't. He doesn't care about Canadians.
The Conservative leader is focusing on his online popularity, but meanwhile, we will be making sure that everyone has a roof over their heads.
But, Mr. Speaker, people do not have roofs over their head. After 8 years of this Prime Minister, housing costs have doubled.
So right away, you can see right off a street here, there's a trail that goes down. We've got cardboard boxes right there. We've got some here. So there's already signs that people have been down here. I've actually filmed a lot of videos out here, just kind of standing on the trail near the forest and stuff for my hiking, backpacking channel. It's just sad to see how people have to live down here. And this trail it's like I'm wearing my trail shoes because it's steep. Now I don't know if it shows on camera, but this is quite steep. So just imagine having to like haul down groceries, or like if you go to the food, most likely people go to the food bank, and then having to haul that food down here just to like get to a tent and freeze all night. So we're down here now. So I know some people stay over there, and there's a encampment over here. So I don't know if there's people down here right now, but I'm just gonna be really respectful to these people because I feel for them. But I just really want to give these people a voice because our government is just running these people into the ground. It's just wild. Like, look at this. This breaks my heart. Like, somebody has spent a lot of time out here.
Speaker, Canadians need our bold action to keep moving forward on the problem of housing affordability.
Like, they spent so much time. See, look at the tile on the ground. They've set rocks out here and made like a patio. There's like 2 patios here. I come down here every once in a while to check. Yeah, there's new stuff here. So somebody was just here. And last time I was here, there was like a little kid's like stroller thing here that's not here anymore. This is crazy. Yeah, there's like a first aid kit here. Like there's legitimate steps built into the ground. There's like seating. This is Canada. Welcome to Canada, Justin Trudeau's Canada.
Unlike the Conservative leader, we know that the federal government plays an essential role in leadership in housing.
So this looks like I don't want to touch anything, but there's some sort of electronic thing here. Coffee grinder or something, maybe a stove. There's a first aid kit, some rope, some reflective thing. Looks like a bit of a coffee maker. This bag down here. There's someone's underpants. And then you can see there's easy access to the water over here. So we look over here, you can see there's a bunch of burn marks on the trees here. And I actually live just up here, not far. And I heard about this, one of my neighbors sent me a message when I was van lifing this summer. And I was out in Alberta, and this could have started a big forest fire and burnt the houses down. So like, I understand people have to live out here, but it's just basically the Trudeau government has pushed people to live out in these situations, which is now threatening to burn down houses. Like, look how burnt this whole tree is all the way up, like 40 feet. This one, this one, this one. These all need to be cut down now. They're a fire hazard, and they're like a fall risk hazard. Bunch of widowmakers here. This is crazy, man. Just take you guys through here. Here's the steps that were built. There's the wall. They've got their essentially, I guess, is their kitchen. fire that would make. There's a big, this has got to be the bed. A big flat square thing. When I was out here before, maybe a month or two ago, there was 2 people down here. And before that, there was 2 or 3 people and a kid. So it just seems to kind of turn over. I don't know where the people go. I don't know where they move around or why. But it just seems it's kind of, this forest down here is a running homeless camp for people because of Trudeau. Often you can see people are bringing down things they had in a house, like the stroller for the kid and things like that. They've obviously been pushed out of their home because of housing prices, and they just got no option now. It's just, our country is, it's just brutal, man.
We're making historic investments in housing, and we're working with cities to modernize and accelerate the way we build homes.
So we'll just take a quick look at everything else here and then head over to another one. The problem too is you get all this garbage and all sorts of just junk, and it's bad for the environment. You can see there's like plastic in the water down here and some down there. For such a pristine place, it's getting ruined. And oh, you can see there's a bunch of metal stuff over there. So I don't know what all this is. It's just a bunch of metal junk. I know some people's first reaction would be, it's like, oh, it's junkies and stuff down here, but it's not. I've seen families with kids down here suffering, and for the most part, they don't want to talk to anyone, and I get it. I don't try to push it if I see them down here. I just usually kind of go the other direction because I come down here to run. This kind of situation, especially for a man, like, you know, you can't provide for your family enough that you can have a home for them. It just destroys your self-worth.
While the Conservative leader focuses on clickbaits and views, we're focused on building homes for Canadians.
And Canada has traditionally not been a country that, you know, our income is just not like the States. They make so much more in America. Our houses and our food and everything's just so much more expensive. And I was road tripping down across America, and I'm like a seasonal van lifer, and I go hike mountains. I have another channel where I've hiked 250 mountains over the past 6 years, and I film it. And I van life to get to these places. And so when I was in America, I was eating a loaf of bread, which cost $1 for a huge loaf, 1,200 calories, plus a bag of salad for $1 or $2. So I was eating for like $3 a day down in America. That's $1,200 a month. But around here, there's no way. Like, if you watch some of my other videos, I'm on the frugal diet right now. It's $300 a month. There's so much more opportunity. Everything's cheaper down there. But yet America is getting worse and worse right now. But it's not like in Canada. This is, Justin Trudeau and the Liberals have run the citizens right into the ground, and they're making it worse. They've increased immigration further, knowing full well they have someone doing the math there. They know that if you bring in 500,000 people, but you're only making 240,000 houses a year, like the builders, not the government, you'll be at a deficit of 260,000 houses per year. It's not sustainable. It's going to push people on the streets. These shameful losers running our country, they need to be held accountable for their crimes against our people. Meanwhile, in the House of Commons, all they talk about is Ukraine and not Canadians. Disgraceful.
Refusing to stand with Ukraine, we will be there to stand with Ukraine. So the fact that they have not chosen to stand with Ukraine against Russia in this difficult time.
And things have really kind of blown up on this channel, and I didn't really understand why at first, but after talking to kind of multiple people and just getting a lay of the land, I've realized that a lot of people are scared. They don't want to rock the boat. They're afraid of the government. And no one wants to speak up. That's why there's not channels like this that are just calling it as is. We've got, you know, all these people. Justin Trudeau, absolute loser. Chrystia Freeland, loser. Sean Fraser, loser. Jonathan Wilkinson, loser. Karina Gould, loser. These people are absolute losers, running our country into the ground. The thing is, I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't hardly have that many friends around here. I was forced to move out to Vancouver Island after a divorce. I lost all my friends, family, you know, sports teams. I lost it all. I had to move out here because of the cost of living. So I got nothing to lose. Come at me, bro. I will run my mouth. And if the government wants to show up and, you know, Trudeau send his goons to get me, then they'll just prove that free speech is not free anymore.